Wow, a brilliant game here called Wiggle, Worm, and Bob. It also could be maybe named Snake as well. And the reason for this is because they're going to be moving in and out and weaving like a worm or a snake. So let's get into the game. The swimmers are put into two teams, equal if possible. And if this isn't viable, then you can just use one big line, depends on how many students, or sorry, how many swimmers that you have in your class at the time. So they position themselves, you'll see a picture in a minute, one behind each other, and they need to be reasonable distance apart away from each other. I would recommend at least a body's length or full length, tip fingertip to toe distance away, and they're going to be lined up one behind each other. There is going to be the head of the worm or snake and the tail, and the person or the swimmer that is at the head is going to start first. So, depending on your pool space that you have, will be if they're able to put their feet down or are they treading water. And even if the swimmers can put their feet down, are you going to challenge them that they have to lift their feet up and tread water? So you choose and make that decision according to their ability. So the head is going to start first, and what they're going to do is, if there are the two teams and they are going against each other, then you're going to do on your marks, get set, wiggle away, or whatever word you're wanting to use. And the heads are going to start first at the same time, and they're going to weave in. So they're going to swim in and out of the other swimmers that are lined up until they get to the tail. When they get to the tail, they're going to be swimming back to their spot, but the other swimmers are going to have to bob down in order for them to swim over the top of them. So as the swimmer is coming across, they bob down and then come back up, and then obviously the swimmer is going over the top, and then they go back to their original position. Then the next swimmer, so behind the head, are going to swim around the head first. They're going to be going forward before they then go in to their space and then weave back in and out to the tail. Then they're going to bob and swim over the top back to their spot, and so forth until the tail has done theirs and then back to their spot. So the tail swimmer's actually going to be swimming across the top first and then swim around to get back. Anyway, let's have a look at them in action. So, of course, it's going to be the first team that gets to back to their original positions first. So, other things that you could potentially add in if they're needing a little bit of assistance and they're learning on their treading water, you can add in some noodles, half noodles, something that they can hold on to just to practice their leg action. And like I said, if you just don't have enough swimmers to make two teams, then do one line and then take it in turns as to where they want to position themselves potentially. So you could do it a couple of different times. So let's see it in action. Here they are, excuse me, all lined up. One's the head and one's the tail, and you're going to give them the go ahead to obviously off they go. So the head's going to be weaving in and out until they get to the back, and then they're going to then bob over the top, or they're going to bob down, and then they're going to swim over the top of them until they then get back to their place. And then the next swimmer then goes. So the second person was going to go up, come and weave in and out, and then again swim over the top, coming back. And then it keeps going like that until they have finished and the tail is back in their original position. So that is Wiggle, Worm, and Bob, but you could also name it snailing, or not snailing, snaking, if you want to call it as that. Perfect time. This year is Chinese New Year, and you could use that for the snake because it's the snake this year. But anyway, you can also call it Wiggle Worm, so you could do this during springtime or any time really. It's just a fun game. Anyway, let me know how it goes, and in the comments if you enjoy it or not, and most importantly, have a ton of fun. Let me know how it goes. Are you loving these videos? Then the Swim Squad membership is perfect for you. This is a paid membership designed exclusively for you swimming teachers who want to take their lessons to the next level. As a Swim Squad member, you'll receive monthly themed activities and lesson ideas to keep your swimmers engaged and excited, fresh, innovative drills for all ages and abilities, exclusive games and techniques to help swimmers progress faster, business tips and creative strategies to grow your swim school, access to a supportive community of like-minded teachers. With Swim Squad, you'll have everything that you need to make your lessons stand out and create confident, skilled swimmers. Sign up today using the link in the description and start transforming your swimming lessons. Swim Squad for teachers who inspire. Yay! Look forward to seeing you there.